It is a warm, late afternoon here in Canton and a good day for SFL football. Good evening, SFL Nation, and welcome back to another slate of Week 10 games with the Simulation Football League, where former division rivals Canton Classics and Motor City V8s face off here in Fatherhood Festival Field. Canton looks to continue their hot streak of 6 wins. Meanwhile, Motor City has tried to salvage a very rough start to the first half of their season. I am Mark Lopez, your play-by-play announcer, and with me as analyst is the intelligent yet sometimes brutal Alex West. Alex, it's always great calling a game with you. This time I'm on play-by-play and you're on the analyst desk. Typically it's the other way around, but tell me, how do you think Motor City, as the underdog tonight, can overcome such a titanic challenge in Canton?
Well, Mark, it really is going to come down to, did they eat their Wheaties? Do they have on their lucky socks? Did they wear their favorite pair of underwear? Because the only way it's going to happen is if they have the same kind of offensive production they had a few weeks ago against the Ramblers when they hung 40 points. They only managed to do that with one of the most accurate days of King Jackson's career and Christopher Dean averaging 5 yards a carry. So it's a tall ask against a Canton defense that is, without a doubt, one of the best in the league. You could say by almost every metric they are the best in the league, except for the fact that they give up a few yards in the pass. But with how often they lead the game, and by a lot, it's no wonder their defense has to defend the pass a lot.
But we won't see their defense first. We are going to see Canton's offense first at their 20-yard line. On stats is Ron Hanks and Jason Clay. And Cameron Irvin, commissioner, is producing this game for everyone. 1st and 10 for Canton is going to be a quick, short pass to the outside for 6 yards. Nice completion.
Trying to get Scar in a rhythm early. You know, it's something that Canton really has the ability to do. They're one of the only teams in the league that has a bigger running yards per game average than they have passing yards per game. And it's not by a small margin either. They run the ball about 40 yards per game more on average.
2nd and 4 is going to be a handoff, and a first down will be picked up. That's a nice carry by Logan Lee, one of their superstar halfbacks. Let's introduce you to the Canton offense. Quarterback Scar Patterson, you saw there earlier with a nice completion. Robert Johnson and Logan Lee are the halfbacks. Bill Cherry, the fullback. Wide receivers are Ryan Owens, Andrew Gibson, Al Delapre Sr., and Bob Long. Tight end Talon Steele, and the linemen are Max Van Linga, Adam Chance, Girth Lord, and Kiara Kilganon. Nice run for 7 yards, and that's Robert Johnson with a carry.
And it's a real problem you have whenever you look at this Canton backfield. You cannot tell if they are going to run the football or not based on who's back there. Every single one of those backs can carry the ball on any play.
Even their fullback Cherry, and even Scar Patterson with a nice sneak down the middle. We've seen an uptick of quarterback sneaks this season compared to the prior two, and Scar Patterson uses his legs to work wonders.
Talk about a throwback uniform. This is a throwback offense here. Every single back is going to see a carry tonight.
They are wearing their classic uniform as another run down the middle goes for 8 yards. That's Logan Lee again before being tackled by Motor City from behind. And look at this handoff here.
And just the broken tackle, the offensive line giving such easy wide gaps for Logan Lee to be able to scamper through. This is what we expected, and I fully foresee a steady diet of this tonight.
Offset eye this time. Everyone on the line for this Canton offense. It'll be a handoff to the fullback. That is a good for another first down. And I tell you what, Alex, we haven't even seen any third down yet. It's all been first down, second down, first down, second down.
And you look at the backs; they're all like excluding Scar Patterson. The two backs are averaging 7 and 6.5 yards per carry. The defense is not stopping the run effectively. They're not even challenging the run.
And they're not really forcing the hand of Canton to even attempt to throw the ball. We've seen 0 passes, only 1. This will be pass number 2. And look at that. Still another completion down the middle. Talon Steele with a great catch.
And one of the big hopes that Motor City had coming into this one was that the Canton offense, or just that the team as a whole, would overlook this V8 squad, the 2 and 5. They look down their noses and come into this game a little sleepy. Nope, Canton's offense is hungry. They have that fire in their eyes, and they are here to inflict pain.
Patterson looking to throw in. What a catch in coverage as he goes down. Ryan Owens with an incredible catch near the sideline, setting up 1st and goal.
And a falling away catch where he's just in a nasty position. He's got that lead step on the corner. The safety isn't there in time to help. What a pitch and catch.
Another offset eye. Motor City with everyone on the line here. Goal line defense out on the field. It's a handoff again to Cherry. Cherry breaks a tackle. He breaks the plane for 6 points.
And this is what you talk about when we say that Canton's rushing attack is formidable. It's the best in the game. It led the way for the entirety of this drive. Yes, they did let Scar Patterson get some throws in here to keep the elbow loose, but Motor City has to show that they can effectively stop the run on at least a couple of plays. Come on.
Well, when you got the number 1 team as far as rushing yards per game, number 1 in rushing efficiency, where you're looking at 1250 yards across 7 games, 4.5 yards per carry. It is a tough beast to try to strangle, and they did it all with runs down the middle, Alex. I don't think they ever pitched it or run an outside zone.
No, it didn't look like they did. It looks like everything was between the tackles. The most they did was maybe a power. But even then, it was just a dominant rushing attack from beginning to end with the occasional pass to keep the defense honest. But we saw a drive that was 9 plays long, and they never had to make a 3rd down conversion. Everything was on 1st or 2nd down. What?
Insane. So we're going to see now Motor City try to answer back with their offense as they line up first with their split back pro set. Tighten the line here. They'll start with a handoff. It's a dive for no yards. Cannon covering that play quickly. It's a 0-yard run. So with no yardage gained here, looks like they're going to go with their spread formation. Here's the throw. King Jackson looking to throw. Protection's falling behind him. He's going to be able to get out the go throw. Go. And that was thrown into coverage, tipped, and almost intercepted.
Too much mustard on that one for sure. It looked like King Jackson was trying to connect with his fellow Monarch, looking at number 11, King Alexander, down the field, I think. But there were a couple of yellow and blue jerseys in the zip code.
So now 3rd and long. Bunch formation. Jackson is looking to throw. He will throw downfield. That is a good completion. What a catch to take them out of 3rd and long. That is by King Alexander, who runs a nice post route.
And in this time, he does find him, and it's that he's beat. You see how Alexander's beaten the one-on-one coverage on the outside. He's got 3 whole steps on the corner, and Jackson doesn't have much. Is not going to see an easier throw than that all day.
6'6" King Jackson thrown to the 6'3" King Alexander. That's a good connection to make. Lining up in another spread formation here. 1st and 10 under 40. It's a pass. King Jackson with a deep step back will throw short. That is good for a 6-yard completion.
Some early signs of life here from the V8's offense. I'm really liking it, actually. This is good stuff. We can avoid, if we can avoid what has been their boogeyman, I won't even say the word.
Well, in heavy set here, they're going to give this handoff on 3rd and short. Looks like a 0-yard gain. They say Christopher Dean with the carry. He had the catch prior to this, setting up 3rd and 4. What do you think they're going to do here, Alex?
Honestly, I don't think you have a chance at running the football here. Canton's run defense is too stiff, and your line has not been getting the push. You've got to throw.
They will throw. Jackson has time, throws to the right, and that is caught with his outstretched arms. What a catch by Phil Costa, tight end.
Needed every single inch of his frame and even his fingertips. That one, he had to reach all the way out there for it. 6'5", almost overthrown, but thankfully Jackson finds his man. This drive stays alive.
The drive stays alive, and despite the run defense being stellar by Canton, the passing offense has been working well here. I spread formation again. Jackson looking for another pass play potentially. 5, showing 5 rush. It will rush 5. Here's the sack from behind. God. He goes down. What a sack here by Canton. That is number 99, Jabril Harris, with sack number 5 of the season.
Just an absolute breakdown in communication on blocking. You'd think that you would be seeing a lineman move out to the wide part there to try and block him there, but he goes untouched, uncontained. Right tackle doesn't even see him as that one finds home.
Another bunch formation here. It's 2nd and long. Jackson will look to pass again. The protection is good this time, and wow. Out of that bunch formation, Alex, they're now 2-for-2 for those long conversions, and they make it work.
And it's what a bounce back here, too. This is another situation where they're having to rely on some routes that are going to be developing down the field because the underneath stuff is too short. There's only 2 routes that are going deep enough, and he has the patience and poise to know he has the time and delivers a strike.
So Jackson once again manufacturing another first down for his team. I spread formation. They have thrown out of this formation all the time. It's a nice short pick of 6. Let's actually introduce you. We haven't let you guys know who is on the offensive Motor City. Quarterback King Jackson, who has been balling out so far. Shane Kaufman, Christopher Dean, and Julian Gusters are the running backs. Wide receivers, King Alexander, Yohan Sutherland, King Jackson, Terrell Cooper, and Jay Viper. And they have their 2 tight ends, Azami Mihara and Phil Koss. Here's a handoff down the middle. No, it tries to look to the outside line, but Christopher Dean finds no way.
Scott pancake on that one. His tackle on the left side getting absolutely pushed around, not able to get any traction up front, not able to open any holes. Unfortunate, that one just is swallowed up for a loss.
3rd and 6 now, knocking on the door of the red zone. 3 wideouts and a single back. Will look to throw. King Jackson has time. King Jackson has forever. Will throw. The pass is intercepted. Accurate, but to the wrong receiver, and Canton takes the ball away at the 5-yard line.
And disaster strikes. Scar had there was all day for Jackson, looking, searching, finding his target, but he throws for the end zone. Unfortunately, not really underestimating the secondary for Canton, feeling himself a little too much.
Terrence Pearson with the incredible catch, incredible zone coverage, and reads the King Jackson's eyes, makes the jump and catch at the right time. What a play. But here's now Canton on the offense. They run it first. They have been unstoppable in the run. They pick up 4, and it seems like this run game is just inevitable.
The inevitable is the right word. They've been averaging 4.2 yards per carry coming into this game, and that will get you a first down if you just call it over and over and over again. And they have 3 workhorse backs that are more than happy to rotate out and share that effort.
Heavy set again here. Remember, they've sneaked this. I don't think they'll sneak it here, but they'll very likely hand this ball off. It will be a handoff. This time a tackle for loss. Oh my goodness, Alex. That guy was lifted 2 feet off the ground.
Rodney Panani getting into the backfield and planting him into the dirt. That looked like a WWE move. Talk about a TFL. Big moment, first 3rd down. Let's see what Scar Patterson has.
So his long passing will be tested. They run it here on 3rd and long. Out of the bunch formation, their first option was the run, trusting the run game way too much, perhaps.
I'm flabbergasted. I understand that, like, maybe you're feeling the run is working, but at least show the defense a little bit of respect.
Wow. Well, that defense read the play well, knew what to... I guess they were ready for any play, and that run was snuffed out, giving their team a chance back all the way at their 47-yard line.
Second chance for the V8s. Let's see if they bounce back. Short memory. King Jackson needs to forget all about the failures and just remember the success.
And there has been quite a number of success earlier in passing. Not much in running, as you see here. Christopher Dean tackled for a loss for a 1 yard line. More often than not, he's picked up 0 or negative yards more than he has had any positive yardage tonight. So 2nd and 11 now. They're still at their side of the field. 46 yards. Rollout by King Jackson, but we'll throw to the other side. One of his receivers sweeping from left to right underneath, and that's going to go for a 1 yard pickup.
Gusters that time on the reception. He looked like he was coming out of the backfield. Creative blocking attempts, but just pulled the trigger so fast.
3rd and long again. They've converted quite a few of this already. But it's a swing pass here. Can they get there to first down? Yeah, can get there. Beautiful job. Beautiful run by Christopher Dean. And King Jackson read the offense. Left wide open on the right side of the field for that run.
Keeping his head down, keeping diligence, running between the tackles has not bothered Christopher Dean yet. Why? Well, he's getting these nifty little passes out from the flat, and he's turning them into yards. 3 targets, 3 catches. He already has the most yards and the most targets for the V8's offense.
We'll see if they can snap one more time before the quarter ends. They will. Pass here. Swing pass. It's going to go. Nice spin move there, and that will be the end of the first quarter with Canton up 7-0. What a game we're having so far here, folks. If you're joining us in YouTube, this Canton game, Canton first drive scored, but Motor City probably momentum back on their side.
It's feeling that way, isn't it? This drive has been looking good, and their opening drive was looking like it was going to be points right up until disaster struck.
Well, they're hoping that no disaster happens in this drive as they line up with split jokers. 2nd and 4 here. It's going to be a handoff. Dean looking for an opening down the middle. He'll pick up maybe 2 at that place. So 3rd and 2. This is the first time they've seen a 3rd and short situation, meaning a run play is now more open for their playbook. Heavy set from them. Split backs once again. Could be a run down the middle. No, it's a handoff. Dean looking for the edge. Dean does not find the edge. What a tackle there. Canton DJ Kilganon, one of the top players as far as TFLs. He has 7 in the league or in the season and puts a stop to this drive.
And Kilganon's been watching that sweep happen a few times now. They've tried that split backs where the back on the left side is taking a handoff going to the right side, and it has not worked any time for them. It's been blown up in the backfield every single time. Classics have done a great job in the film room up to now to hold the Motor City rushing attack to literally nothing or actually negative yardage, which we're in the 2nd quarter, and they've had 2 drives, and they still haven't any positive rushing yards. That's crazy. But then again, it's Canton.
True. 3rd best as far as rushing defense goes. Here's a handoff.
Oh my!
Lee! How can you allow 12 yards on the guy's run? That was an incredible run by Logan Lee.
Wide open rushing lanes. That's how every single lineman picked up a rusher. Even on the edge, a tight end was blocking. Outstanding work all around.
Logan Lee with over 550 yards now to the season after his performance tonight. Handoff again. This time it's Robert Johnson picking up 7. It's been over 5 yards per carry almost every single time, Alex.
And it's looked effortless too. They haven't had to be making fights for extra yardage in Oklahoma drills. They've just been running through gaps that are wide open and getting 4 or 5 yards before they even get touched.
And look at that.
My goodness.
Lee! A nasty spin move. He was dead to rights there, Alex, but he spins out of one guy. Gets brought out. What is that, a 15-yard carry? Insane.
too easy.
Oh,
It's
my.
such a tight space to work within. How Logan Lee finds the wherewithal to tippy-tap-toe around and put that man in a spin cycle honestly has my head spinning.
Credit to their guards, Adam Chance-Gerthler and Kier Kilganon, open up space in the middle, making those one-on-one battles for Lee, and he's going to win those battles most of the time. Here's 1st and 10 already in Motor City side of the field at their 45-yard line. Hand up down the middle. I mean, Robert Johnson, Logan Lee. We've seen Bill Cherry carry the ball once or twice here tonight, but they have been nigh unstoppable.
And if it just keeps working, why fix it?
Offset eye, 2nd and 3. Fullback carry. Oh, maybe this is the stop. No, it's not. Bill Cherry once again pushes on for another 2nd down conversion. 2nd and short. You see them line up in offset eye. Alex, who does it go to?
Oh, it goes to whoever's in the backfield every time. Whoa, hang on a minute.
Empty set here. It will be a pass, a design pass. He's going backwards. It's a loss of yards because he never had forward progress, and Stalin still caught the ball with backwards momentum. Unfortunate on that play.
I was just looking at what the time of possession Canton's had on their first drive, because that's the first pass that Scar Johnson has made since the first drive of the game. He's gone a whole 10 minutes without throwing one.
And they line up in bunch formation as they face 2nd and long here. Toss to the outside. Logan Lee does spin out of one tackler, but they say he's picking up nothing. That's the defense of Motor City. I don't think we've called out Motor City's defense. They have Robert Thump, Doug Howard, Dakota Butts on the line. Linebackers Kappa Jones, King McNeely, Rodney Panani, TJ Harper, and their safeties are Mark Kaufman, Sammy Siebel III, King Rashid, Todd Grigsby, and Nicholas Werner. And those defensive backs you saw right there playing coverage. King Rashid, the recipient of a nice pass deflection on the stat page.
Playing their absolute hearts out. King Rashid on that one. The 3-time All-Star, former defensive rookie of the season back in season 18, snuffing this drive out before Canton can get within field goal range and make it a 2-possession game. Big stop.
Huge stop, keeping their team a score away, and that's a great punt. I think that's inside the 5, Alex.
That's absolutely absurd. Hats off, helmets off to Charles Brown, the punter on that one, with the definition of a coffin corner kick.
At the 3, and they line in their split spread formation, trying to spread out this Canton defense here. Handoff, trying to find a hole down the middle. Christopher Dean finds barely anything, picking up only 1 yard out in the play. Volt on the tackle.
This one looks like Canton is begging Motor City to run. They know that you want to get a little bit out of the backfield. You don't want to be pinned in. You want to avoid the chance of having a pump block, so you need a little bit of yardage, but Canton's going to leverage that and sell out for the run.
They are, and they will get the run. Brackett is there. I felt like he was trying to push, not Christopher Dean. He was trying to push number 23, Shane Kaufman, into the end zone. Kaufman strong enough to win that fight and just pick up 0 yards. 3rd and long now, and a shot of their end zone. It's going to be a throw. No, it's a delayed handoff, and that's going to go nowhere. As you see now, both teams in the shadow of their end zone couldn't get away from inside their 5-yard line and having to punt instead.
Just one of those situations where you feel cramped in the back of the end zone. It's a 1-possession game. You can't afford to give up an absolute miracle play to the other team on special teams. Neither squad can really, hence you see the conservative play calling.
And the punt, as a result of being deep in your end zone, is also quite short. Canton, Tart at the 43-yard line of Motor City, prime position to make this a scoring drive, Alex, and go into the half with a 2-score lead.
It's going to be very interesting to see if and how Motor City is going to generate a stop here. They have forced Canton to punt the ball away multiple times, It's just been odd how they've gotten a favorable play on first down each time to set up some long plays on subsequent downs.
Logan Lee in the backfield, only 3 on the line. It's a pass. Wow, and the pass to the middle. Scar Patterson picks up 7. Or sorry, not him. Al Delapre picks up 7 from the pass from Scar Patterson, and 2nd and 3 now.
Trying to line up a whole bunch of guys on the left side, force Motor City to show you what coverage they're using and let you pick where your matchup is. Oh, Scar, there he goes.
Oh, Scar Patterson with a sneak. Once again, finding a way to convert. And I think that's their primary way of getting first downs. They run the ball, and when you least expect it, they sneak it in with Scar Patterson.
Done it twice now. Defense was asleep at the wheel both times.
Empty set now, 31 yards away from the end zone. Scar Patterson will move one of his wide receivers to the right. He has now 4 wideouts on the right. Will look to pass. Here comes the pressure. Will throw down the middle. It's a 6-yard completion. I'm okay with that. A nice short pass down the middle and keep the drive going.
That was so lucky for Scar, honestly. He felt the pressure coming from what looked to be man-to-man coverage, but was surprised a zone. One of the corners showing man was coming after him on a blitz.
Heavy set again here. Handoff. Logan Lee makes it look easy and will pick up the first down, setting themselves up inside the red zone here about the 15-yard line. What a beast he has been all night.
The push of red jerseys up front has just made it so easy for the backs to gain meaningful yards. And when they're able to get 4 or 5 yards past the line of scrimmage untouched, they're getting into those areas where they have so much steam that it gets easier for them to break off these extra yards.
Handoff again. Johnson picking up only 3. I say only 3, but it feels like any amount of yards. It just seems insurmountable.
If you're not stopping them for 2 yards, you might as well not be stopping them, because if you stop Logan, then Johnson's going to go get 7 yards. If you stop Johnson, Logan's going to get 5 and then 5. It's just a mess.
Now, Motor City rush for on the run, but on the edge, Canton goes on the edge. He'll pick up only 2 yards in this play.
3rd and 4, but they've been their backs have been averaging these kinds of yards and carries. So I expect the math says a first down conversion happens.
They line up and spread though. 3 wideouts there in the field. Offset eye in the backfield. It's a pitch to the fullback. Oh, can he get there? No, Bill Cherry just slightly short on the run. They'll say 1 yard short. That's the end of the drive. Add the 2-minute warning. What an incredible drive. But stopped by Motor City.
Truly a bananas play there. Pitch out to the fullback off the edge, and the only reason that gets stopped is Motor City's nickel linebacker on the right side stuffs that one. What a play.
What a play indeed, and that turns the potential 7 points on the board into 3. Field goal is forced, and Canton is now up 10-0. What a drive. But do you love NFL history? Well, the Canton Classics head coach, Ray Donaldson, was the first African-American to play center in the league, achieving 6 Pro Bowl selections, making the All-Pro team and winning Super Bowl 30. Game-worn items from his time with the Indianapolis Colts, Seattle Seahawks, and Dallas Cowboys are now available at millions.com/Ray Donaldson. Own a piece of NFL history today. Motor City going to start at their 23-yard line with just about 1 minute and 50 seconds to go in the first half. They have 3 timeouts. They have a chance at manufacturing a drive, one final drive here, and maybe get into field goal range, keep them 1 score behind. Split back Twins. They'll start with a run here. Dean looking to run, and yet again, Dean unable to gain any positive yardage.
And I'm just going to express a little bit of frustration at this point with the Motor City offensive coordinator. You've been feeling how rough this tough sledding has been up in the booth with me, bud. Ramos, Mark, we've been watching this for so long. Why haven't they thrown the ball more?
And they've had some success with the ball as well. Earlier on, here's pressure coming, but a nice quick throw and one. Oh my! Christopher Dean's he's getting tired of getting hit in the backfield, so he's gonna deliver the pain back to the would-be tackler.
You know, that was cathartic, getting an opportunity one-on-one out in the flat. Ooh!
Well, it's third and short, struggling to run play, and they're gonna throw it on third and short. Oh, and unable to. Man, I think he was looking for Azami Mihata. You see there, Mihata himself frustrated as the ball coming to him. He knew he had a chance, and it ends their drive there, unfortunately.
An utter heartbreaker. I do appreciate that they did throw the ball a little bit there, but you got to take some shots. You got to look for some open receivers. Mihata in that one had a linebacker on his hip. Just a rough drive to see end in the 3-and-out.
So that drive only took off a minute of the clock. Now Canton has 50 seconds with 3 timeouts to go on the offense and maybe sneak in another 3 points. They're at their 34-yard line. We'll see what they decide to do here. I think Logan Lee is in the backfield. It's the I formation, spread formation. So interesting stuff might come out here. Patterson will pitch it to the fullback again. Bill Cherry picks up 5, and they feel comfortable going to the half with a 10-score lead.
Hard to not feel comfortable, just given how their season has been and how really their seasons have been, because this is not the first time we have seen them on a roll. In fact, for the last 3 seasons, they've had this kind of dominance where they are able to get a lead and protect that lead and just run the ball into the ground, and you blink and look, it's about to be halftime.
What a quick game it's been. The Canton offense grinding out the clock. Gonna be able to pull out one more play perhaps before the clock ends. They will. It's a sneak. Oh my goodness, Patterson sneaks it at the end of the half to pick up first down. Then he says, he's just expressing how dominant he wants to. What a half by Canton. Folks, it's 10-0. Alex, how do you feel about that first half?
Honestly, this is what we kind of expected. We knew that it was always going to be a matter of David having to kill Goliath for Motor City to actually win this game. Right now, it's just a question of will they be in this game? Their offense has only shown promise on a couple of drives. They haven't been able to run the football at all. Canton's defense has been absolutely monstrous. Just a stat line for you here. Canton has only given up 7 total points in their last 10 quarters combined. The last 2 games of football, plus this one so far. It's been a problem for this Motor City, and they have not been able to overcome.
And that was the halftime player shown there. We'll be back, guys, after a short break by Breaks GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
An Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Breaks GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Breaks GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, breaksgpt.com. As we take a look at the team stats here, overwhelmingly Canton with over 150 yards and Motor City with less than 100 yards has been night and day as far as the offensive production of both teams go. But with Motor City having the first possession of the half, it's going to start it with a handoff. Alex, that is their best run of the game. So your Christopher Dean finally able to find the edge there. The offensive line able to block for him and picking up the about 8 yards. A great run by Dean on that one. Here's another carry. They won't be able to get much here. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Big hit.
And they're going to look for a medium pass here, perhaps.
And something that we didn't talk about in that stat line earlier is just that they've had about 90 yards of total offense so far. 57 of that was on the first drive.
Oof. Pass here. 3rd and 4. Down the middle. That is good. What a nice decision to throw to Christopher Dean, who run a quick stop route in the middle of the field.
Looks like they've made some adjustments here for the second half. They're getting some first downs. Offense is rolling.
They are rolling. They're going to throw again here. Sacks coming again. Oh my goodness, what a hit. Is King Jackson still alive?
Peel that man off the turf. Make sure that he's not seeing Tweety Birds. Oh my goodness. Absolutely blindsided by the outside linebacker, DJ Kilganon, who finds himself unblocked as Canton sends the heat.
The number 1 team as far as sacks go. That is Canton with 21 prior to this game. Pressure coming again. Oh, what a throw down the middle. What a catch. Johan Sutherland with an incredible catch in the middle of the field, in the middle of coverage nonetheless.
Extending every bit of his 6-foot even frame. He's got corners and safeties that are taller than him. He still goes up and gets that one despite all of the red jerseys around him.
Silver lining in the offensive production of Motor City is the 11 for 14 completion rate of King Jackson, only missing 3 throws, one of them being the interception, a close 1-2 on that one. He's going to throw again here. Jackson will throw a little bit to his right. It's good. It's complete. He finds his man there. He was almost there to the end zone. He had open space, but gets brought down the touchdown saving tackle. But first, what a throw and completion and the run.
So close to housing it is Terrell Cooper, who on this one is getting a route where the safety jumps it. The corner is out of position. He just can't find the edge as a dogged pursuit from the Classics running him down. But what a throw and catch. King Jackson finding his man and putting it where only he can get it.
Terrence Pearson with a touchdown saving tackle. But Motor City, for the first time in the red zone here, sack almost incoming. Throw down the middle. He had to launch that throw quick because he felt the pressure coming.
And yet that one was almost 6. That was straight at King Alexander, who would have caught that one if not for a very rough hit delivered by King Jamal. 3 Kings on this play.
We'll see which King stands atop here. Jackson lining up with twins on the right, on the left. I mean, he's gonna throw. Jackson to the end zone, and that's good. Phil Koss with 6.
All alone, uncovered, and King Jackson's gonna make him pay. He finds the unguarded Phil Koss, and Motor City is right back in it.
And it almost was like they never had a doubt. King Jackson, the almighty leader of this offense, says, "Trust in me, folks. Let me deliver you to the promised land." And sure he did, at the very least in this drive, putting up 6 for his team, mostly through his arm alone. And pending this extra point, Alex, they are now down only 3.
That's the most they've thrown since the first drive of the game. 4 for 5 through the air on that drive. 80 yards, 8 plays. Just overall an exceptional performance from the Motor City V8s. If they can keep doing that, this game can go any direction.
Canton now is going to try to answer back. Great return here as they're going to start once again. Long will bring it up all the way to the 34-yard line. And Canton, Carr Patterson and company, that backfield with Logan Lee Johnson and Sherry. Another shift for them, and they're looking to answer here. the 34-yard line. Looks like it's a single back formation here.
Ooh,
Or
Are
an
we
empty
sure?
back. It's empty. Ooh.
getting spicy.
Single back being the quarterback. Carr will look to throw. Taking his time. It's a short throw and a dig route. And this completion is good. We'll get back to you guys. We got a game update from the other side. Cam, what you got for us?
Thank you, Mark. Motor City, not the only team sniffing upset today. Unbeaten Arizona. Run on by Bailey O'Shaughnessy, a 33-yard touchdown. It's a tie game, 17-17 in the fourth, as Arizona's trying to clinch the West. Back to you.
We got a pair of incredible games here. A close one with Arizona-Denver, a close one here so far. And Motor City now third and short here. A chance for their defense to get off the field.
And what a huge chance. They need to take advantage of it. Third and short. I would blitz so hard right now.
Yeah, put everyone in the gap. Fullback carry gets hung up on the line. It's good for the defense. The defense gets a stop at 4th and 3 now.
Rodney Panani on that one, coming off the edge, wrapping around to pick up the fullback who's caught on the backside of either the guard or the tackle there. Either case, an outstanding effort by the V8's defense to respond, and the V8s have a chance to take the lead.
They will punt it, and Motor City's going to start at your 22-yard line. Unfortunately, Logan Lee won't be able to make his 70-yard run and touchdown, as he tries to call out in chat, as the ball is given back to Motor City. Guys, if you are in chat, if you like this video and you look at how many likes we have on this video, it's not enough. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFL action, and help the channel grow through your support. First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Pressure again! Pressure again! Double team for the sack! King Jackson's on the ground for the third time. What a huge play. Kearse again.
And truly, it's a dangerous thing, this Canton front seven, because they have an outstanding line. They have exceptional linebackers, and they are more than happy to send 4 or 5 on every single play in creative formations and from different positions to make it exceedingly difficult for your line to do a good job of communicating, picking everyone up. That's the second time that Kearse has come unblocked off the edge.
Jabril Kearse and Neil Rivers, both defensive linemen, just delivered a bone-crunching sack. King Jackson will look to throw still. Throws to the far left, and that is no good.
If he doesn't sail that, not only is that first down, King Jackson has one man to beat to make it to the house. He was already past the corner.
Well, it's 3rd and 16 instead here. Jackson had a great drive prior to this with some incredible passes. He will throw to the right. It's intercepted. How? He's going, he's open, and he's going to be pushed outside. Almost a pick six, but will be pushed out at the 17-yard line of Motor City.
Joshua Durr not fooled on that one. He's staying on the hip. That play of Johan Sutherland staying with him step for step. Sutherland could not get any separation there, and lurking, watching, waiting, and that delivery was just a missile that if there's not a Canton defender right on the hip of the receiver, that's a great throw. But as it stands, it's the other way.
And you know what? That was a great interception. I'm going to give that the nice sense catch of the game. The nice sense catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K 23. Canton, as Scar Patterson looks to throw, he also felt the pressure coming behind him, but able to throw the ball this time, picking up a 6-yard throw.
The heat was there. He almost took a sack there. He gets that one away just in time.
2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line. Heavy set here. Handoff. Logan Lee tried to jump over defender, but this time he can't vault over the would-be tackler.
Absolutely blown up by Mark Kaufman whenever he tries to do that little shimmy and step over. Kaufman, the 6-year vet, all 6 of those years spent in Motor City, just planting.
Sneak Sneak alert. 3rd and 2 here. They're going to move one of the tight ends to the other side here. There's a gap for a linebacker to blitz on their left side. It's a handoff down the middle. Can Logan Lee get there? Bill, he actually uses the force of the tacklers to carry him forward and pick up 1st down. It's actually 1st and goal now.
And that's only possible because of how much he's been sharing the load with Robert Johnson and Bill Cherry. His legs are still fresh this late in the game for him to just get one out of sheer force of will and orneriness as he churns his legs.
Once again, a wing joker formation, but it's going to be a straight up jokers now. It's a throw. Patterson throws out of the throw down. It's good. Oh, it's not good. It was close, and Motor City hang on the great defensive play and trick play. Showed the run, but threw instead.
And King McNeely, the 2-year vet, barely any time in the league, is the one who makes the stop on that throw there. Great effort from the young man.
We'll see if that effort pays off. 2nd and goal here. Motor City forcing a stop here. Where is down. Bill Cherry had a giant hole. An entire truck could fit through that hole, but the tackle was there to stop the touchdown.
That's not even the half-yard line.
A 3rd-yard line. But heavy set again here. Patterson moves this guy. Shifts his fullback, and he will take it all the way. He's going to jump. He's going to score by himself. 3 running backs with a touchdown each, or 2 now. One is Bill Cherry and one is Carr Patterson.
And it's just been an excellent effort by the Canton defense on that allowed the offense to have such an easy drive on this one. They were set up with basically no way to not score as long as they retained possession. A 6-play, 17-yard drive.
So the 17-yard drive as a result of the interception. Motor City back down to a 10-point deficit, and they had promised earlier in this half. Alex, how do you think they're going to respond?
Well, now it's definitely become a simple matter of there's only one way for them to win this game, and that's to throw the football. Even though you've got 2 interceptions on your quarterback so far, there's no other way that you're going to get back in this game. You've got to ask King Jackson to just be a superhuman and maintain the best parts of his form without giving up another interception.
So pass, number one primary agenda here, and that is what they do here. Jackson will have time to throw. Jackson had the ball in the hands of the, but that's going to be forced out with the huge hit.
King Alexander, the former Jacksonville King, on that one looked like he actually dropped that ball off of his gloves before the hit even arrived, but the hit arrived to seal the deal. The
throw again is King Jackson. Pressure coming, and this time is good. This throw down the middle for 7 yards. Picked up by Jay Viper, his first catch of the day. He will pick up his first yardage as well, and 3rd and 3 now. I doubt they would want to run it here, but it's a heavy set.
One of the rare moments where maybe they can. Canton's got the safeties and corners a little away from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, handoff here, trying to find the edge again, and Christopher Dean really struggling to run those outside edge runs from the left to right, and it's 4th and 2 here, and they're going to have to punt it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That one's just a little bit too rough. The Canton has done such an incredible job today of denying Motor City any real efforts of running the football. We've seen one real positive run from Christopher Dean of any meaningful substance, and that was for 8 yards. That's it. Everything else that they've gained that's been for any significant amount of space has been through the air, and King Jackson has been doing his absolute utmost.
Dean with 11 attempts, 11 yards. What a tough sledding for him. tonight. So now Canton at their 44-yard line. Once again, great position to start their drive here. Motor City showing man defense here as they move in the shifting offense. Throw. Good short pass by Patterson to pick up 7 and keep the drive going, keep the clock running.
Saw a little bit of a spine buster from the outside linebacker who laid the hit on that one. Big hit there.
2nd and 3, handoff. That's Logan Lee. Logan Lee, he just puts his head down and picks up another first down.
And now it's starting to feel a little bit inevitable. Canton's got that momentum building. They've got a 2-score advantage. Time is winding down in the third. And this has all the blueprints of a Canton grinded out win.
Yeah, this is the point in time where they just hand the ball off. Ooh, hit. Great hit by Motor City on that one for a loss. But typically, Alex, this is the point in time where they grind the game out, they grind the clock, and they grind the souls of their opponent.
Just how they operate and what they've done 5 times. So in all 5 of their previous meetings with the V8 team, they have won all of those games, and this has been how they have won all of those games so far. It's just been a methodical, take you apart piece by piece and grind you into the dirt game.
Well, Motor City once again has a chance to get off the field here. 3rd and 10. Canton nowhere close to some field goal range here. Scar Patterson will line up with his bunch formation. Will roll out to his left. Throw to an interception. Oh, this could be for 6. Oh, better watch out. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's in for touchdown. Motor City brings it back in one go.
And what the hell do I know? I don't know nothing. Sammy Seatbelt 3 knows everything that's going on in Scar Patterson's head on this play. He's lurking. He's waiting. He reads the eyes, and he snags it and has open green in front of him and takes off. This is exactly what Motor City needed to slay Goliath in their own house, and now we have ourselves a football game again.
We do. Somehow, upset alert is still on the menu, boys. What a way to do it. Out of the blue. We thought Canton was going to grind them out. And who got caught sleeping? And Scar Patterson throws an untimely interception for the house. 40-7 with 5 seconds to go. Woo.
Can't count anyone out ever.
Well, Motor City is not yet out here. Canton's going to be back on the field with 1 second to go in the third quarter. This time they're going to start at their 35-yard line. And perchance this defense showing signs that they are ready to carry this team for their upset.
Let's see if they continue to sell out and stop the run. I think that's to a lot of the extent what you have to do here. You have to make Scar Patterson beat you through the air.
It's going to be single back here. The handoff down the middle for Logan Lee is really tough to beat when you line up with single back and you show dime formation. But that, folks, is the end of the third quarter. What a game we've had. A roller coaster, as at one point Canton was up 10. Motor City cuts it to 3. Then they go up 10, then back to 3 now. Here's the fourth quarter. We'll be back after we get our rides red.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you very much, Curtis, for reading our rights, and we're back to this incredible game here by Canton, delivering a show on offense, and Motor City themselves delivering a show on defense. 14-17, but Canton, I think their primary agenda is still the same: grind the game out, win the way they've always won this season.
For sure. Their narrowest margin of victory against this team is only 3 points back in season 21.
Another carry here, Logan Lee. getting a bulk of the carries tonight. That is carry number 17 for almost 100 yards. He's at 84 at the moment, averaging 5.3. That is an incredible efficiency from him.
And he is exactly what you want, what you dream of when you imagine the kind of production a bell cow back gives you. This man has it.
Oh, here's a bootleg by Scar Patterson trying to find the pass. Fakes the handoff, but gets sacked instead in the backfield. What a play by Motor City, reading that and cleaning up the play.
And just an excellent effort by the front four from Motor City to get some penetration, force him to spin out and start running for his life. And by the time he starts, he sheds off one tackler. Kappa Jones arrives to seal the deal.
Here's a throw. Here's the pressure, but the throw is out and it's almost picked. That was almost picked again, Alex.
Nicholas Warner standing there lurking, looking at it, thinking, oh, I could probably snag this one, but let's just make sure it hits the dirt. Oh, my.
Oh, my, indeed, as Canton will once again punt, and Motor City will get another chance to tie or perhaps take the lead. Here's the punt, and that's going to go into the end zone, so Motor City starts at their 20-yard line, so they get a chance. They got a good chance here, Alex.
We've seen them make an 80-yard drive and score points in this game. They have what it takes, but we know how they're going to do it. It is going to be through the air. It is all on King Jackson. All eyes on number 19. Let's see what he's got.
We're going to see it here, perhaps split backs. Pro set. No, it's a handoff. Dean, can he find the edge? I mean, he gets 1 yard, so slightly more successful than his previous endeavors finding the edge of that line, but once again, not what they want to try to do, I think.
And with that 1 yard carry, Christopher Dean maintains his yard per carry average.
12 carry, 12 yards. Here's a throw. Jackson will throw down the middle. It's good. Jackson is on fire now, picking up steam. I believe that's number 81, Phil Koss, with a nice catch.
Phil Koss has been key through the air so far today. Has that one catch for a touchdown so far they've thrown. The offense looks like Robert Thump is getting a little more aggressive through the air, and that's what they need. Not only because time is not their friend, but just because that's the only thing that's been working at all.
Split pro again. I hope they don't hand this off to Dean. They will hand it off to Dean. Dean will run for his life.
Every time.
He loses. His average goes down with a 0 yard carry.
Back under 1 yard per carry.
Oh, no.
The handoff for Christopher Dean from the left spot of the back going to the right has been blown up every time.
Well, at the very least, this I like. An empty set, showing pass. It can only pass. Second and long here. They're at their 37-yard line. He has time. Jackson will throw. Pump fake. Oh, he's going to get sacked. I thought he was going to spin out of the sack.
Trying to do too much with it, buying too much time. I don't know why he pump faked. At a certain point, when you're that far out there, you just need to throw it away if nobody's open. Third and long. Now, it's a definite throwing situation, but I like the empty set. They have 4 receivers on this roster, and they have 2 tight ends.
Well, they can line up
Dude,
with
they have 5.
back.
They have 5 receivers.
Oh, King Jackson will throw. Oh, that's deflected. Almost picked and almost Canton could have had their own pick six. They're going to deflect that ball, and Motor City will punt it back to Canton.
Unfortunately, feels like they have to punt. It's not a situation where it's literally do or die, but you do have to ask your defense to do some superhuman stuff and force a 3 and out here, or not allow Canton to get that much time off the clock. You cannot allow them to score. At most, they can have a field goal, but even then, you don't want them to get a field goal.
Man, and with it's about 7 minutes to go. I mean, the longest drive Canton has had tonight was their 3-minute drive, and their very first, well, not very first, but just before the halftime, they've also had a 3-minute 59 second drive. No, that's Motor City. So Canton really has all the time in the world here. They're gonna hand it off. So that's only a 2-yard gain. Good stuff by Motor City, only allowing 2 yards. We got another update on that incredible Denver, Arizona game.
Thank you, Mark. Down go the unbeaten Scorpions. R.E. Mills with the game winner inside 2 minutes. Denver holds on to upset Arizona 24-17. Back to you.
Well, I know what R.E. Mills got. He got money in the bank with that game-winning touchdown. Meanwhile, Logan Lee here says, I too want money in the bank if I'm going to be running the ball this much and picking up first downs left and right.
And that's one where he gets so many yards from the line of scrimmage before he even gets touched. The first tackle that actually gets him brings him down. Look at the stat line. As opposed to Motor City, who cannot get 1 yard per carry.
Oh, throw here. A little questionable throw to receivers who weren't even looking at the quarterback and into orange uniform.
It's a little bit of a timing route miscommunication breakdown, but I'm fine with it. Canton's been running the ball in first down a lot. The very last time they ran the ball in first down, they got stopped with only 2 yards. They needed to do something different. Dime odd.
Three wideouts. Dime show a handoff here, and ooh, good tackle there. It was rough. They were showing Dime 3 on the line and one linebacker or maybe 2, and it's a handoff, but the good tackle only allowed 3. Third and 7 now. Chance for Motor City once again to force a punt against Canton here. Or a turnover. Patterson will roll out. Patterson will run.
Oh my God!
Ooh, my
Ow.
goodness.
He rolls out from the side. You think that he's going to get across the first down marker. He waltzes right past. There it is. Red flag
there's
on
a
the
challenge.
ground.
We're going to take a look at this. A Retroid challenge brought to you by Retroid. Let's take a retroactive look play. I agree. That was very close to call here. Guys, put a console in your hands today. Get your console to play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com. That looked good to me.
It looks like he got it. The yellow line is just a simulation, but
Oh!
depending on, he may not
did,
have
but
it.
the ball. It crossed, but the ball didn't.
It looks like the ball is short, especially when you consider that he's down by contact. Oh, it does stand.
But we did see them line up potentially for the 4th and inches, so they might go back with their offense. We'll see if...
I'd do it.
Yeah, it's 4th and inches. You're near the... they're going to punt it.
Oh, my.
Wow.
I mean, they're real confident in their defense, which I understand, but this feels like you are just asking to get spiked here.
A missed opportunity here for Canton to, put this game away. Instead, Motor City has about 5 minutes, and 3 timeouts to potentially engineer some kind of a scoring drive. Any points is good at this point of the game.
They can only score 3 or 6. 3 ties, 6 puts them in the lead. They just need to score. They cannot end this drive behind, or else Canton will just smother the game from there.
Here we go. First play is a handoff. Christopher Dean will pick up 3 yards. Okay, so a much better pickup than before. Maybe still, I would like to see maybe more sense of urgency. What do you think, Alex?
Running on the inside, fine. Just don't do that split back handoff where you go left to right, potentially right here.
We'll see if they do that here, but
There it is.
it kind of is, but this time it is not to Christopher Dean. It's a very short yardage pickup once again. It really is like shooting themselves in the foot, trying to force themselves with 3rd and 5 here.
Kaufman gaining only 2 yards there. Now it has to be a pass because they've had 1 run for 5 or more yards all night. Only 1.
Oof. They'll definitely pass here with a spread I formation. Pressure's coming. There's a pressure. Oh, and Jackson thought that he could find open room as the DB back, but Rivers is there to complete the sack.
He's just not fast enough to be able to make these kinds of plays with his feet. Some guys have that kind of ability to take off and scramble. Jackson's not there yet. He does feel that pressure there, but by the time he feels it and starts to react, it's too late.
Unfortunately, another punt. They're squandering about 2 minutes on the clock, not progressing the ball at all. And the fair catch here will set Canton in their 41-yard line. It's tough. It's tough if you're Motor City. So many chances at getting a tie or even a head here.
I'm going to say it's really about time to force a 3-and-out or to do it with allowing only 1 first down. If Canton gets 2 first downs on this drive, it's game over.
Look at the stats comparison there. They're only 40 yards less than Canton, but really it feels like the decision making has been putting themselves in situations that have been tough to convert. Here's Patterson. We'll throw down the middle. A nice quick slant or post route is good for a first down, and they're already in Motor City side of the field.
They had basically no ground to make up in the first place because of how effectively their offense stifled Motor City's attack on that last drive because of 2 very ineffectual runs. And this is what happens. You've got great field position to work with.
Spread formation by Canton. 4 on the line. They'll rush 3. Here's a blitz from the safety, and that is good for 1 yard. So a good run defense here. Warner with a solid tackle.
Now that play clock's going to start ticking down, and Canton's going to wait to snap that one until they can get as much time off of it as they can. They want to try and go to the 2-minute warning after this snap, I think.
2nd and 9 bunch here. They could be tricky and maybe pitch this as there's only 3 on the line here. They're going to pitch it to the left. What a run too by Logan Lee. He converts the trick play and picks up 15. They're now knocking at the edge of the red zone.
I have seen the light, Mark. You see it. You get it. You had it right dialed up exactly as they snapped the ball. Logan shucks one to put an emphasis on it. And now that's basically going to be ball game. The clock is ticking down. They're knocking on the door of the red zone. Lee's over 100 yards. Look at that.
Barring some weird turnover from a fumble or an interception here, I just run this ball every single time. Here's the carry. Oh, great hole cover there by the Motor City linebacker, number 52, Rodney Panani with a tackle. Folks, that is the end. Well, not the end, but that's the 2-minute warning. Canton is at the precipice of shutting this game down, and Motor City needs a miracle to take potentially the upset here. 2nd down and 11 at the 26-yard line of Motor City. Motor City want to force a field goal and maintain as much of their timeouts as possible. It's going to be a handoff. Oh my goodness, Logan Lee had so much space on the right side of the line.
And he looks so fresh. He does not look like someone who has carried the ball over 20 times today. That's his 22nd carry of the Rock so far. He's averaging 5.9 yards per carry right now. He does not look human.
129 yards in the evening. An incredible night. Here's a sneak. Patterson might as well just put the first nail in the coffin with that play.
Only 1 timeout left for Motor City. That's a first down. It's first and 10, but it's almost 1st and goal. Canton's going to be, it doesn't even matter if Canton doesn't score on this drive with how little time is left on the clock.
We're just hoping that a fumble does not happen. Thankfully, I am not known for jinxing anything yet in my SFL broadcasting career. Oh, a fake handoff, a pass. Oh, a throw to number 88, Talon Steele, picking up his only 3rd reception of the evening.
Everyone in the stadium except the people in that offensive huddle in the Canton sideline thought a run was coming. Psych
indeed, and it sets them up for 2nd and very short. I wouldn't be surprised if Scar Patterson just runs this down the gut as will.
You just, yep.
He will.
There
To the
it
end
is.
zone. So the end zone. Carl Patterson, he emphasizes his domination of this Motor City defense.
Mark, after this one, I'm going to be buying you a crystal ball and a headdress, my friend. You have got the gift.
Oh, God, you're right. This might be one of my best future telling, but it's also Canton's incredible future telling. They read the defense. They thought, handoff, I'll take it all the way. He not only does he put the nail in the coffin, Alex, he just slams another coffin on top of that so that there's no chance of Motor City coming back.
It doesn't look like there's any potential resurrections here. A minute 44 on the clock, 10-point game. You know, we say anything is possible, but just for a moment, we're going to take a moment, or just for a minute, we're going to pretend that this game might just be over. Let's talk for a second about the divisional standings. Motor City with this one, assuming this score holds, they're going to be moving to 2-6, and they're going to be staying just above the Chicago Warriors in the Central Division. Rather, I think they're going to be right there with them. And the Canton City Classics are going to be staying atop the North Division at 7-1, ahead of the Baltimore Vultures.
So, good situation here for Canton's postseason aspirations here, as they have nearly secured their playoff spot, just behind Arizona as far as the standing goes. By the way, tomorrow on Monday, join Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green for another edition of SFL This Week at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, before a rematch of last season's thrilling overtime quarterfinal between Minnesota Legend and Houston Headhunters on this week's Monday Night Spectacular. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern with the Monday Night Saturday or M&S crew right here on SFL YouTube. Jackson actually completes a nice pass down the middle and keeps the drive going. Will throw. Well, make another completion. Okay, they're rolling now, Alec.
They're looking to try and strike fast here. They've got no timeout. They've got no other option.
And they strike fast. They will here. Pressure coming, but Jackson let the ball go. Another fast down. 3 straight completions. 3 straight first downs. They're rolling. Throw to the right. This time it's incomplete. Canton breaks the streak of complete passes.
Quick, get the trainers out on the field and get those guys some oxygen. Oh my God, I know they're breathing hard.
Breathing hard. Hearts pumping. And perhaps maybe a bit of frustration as they had every chance in the world to make this an upset. But they're going to try to put points on the board still here. Jackson will throw. Will be deflected well as that was thrown into coverage. So Canton hanging on here and trying to see if they can end the game, allowing no further points.
That's the second time that Jackson's thrown a ball that's been on the money to Zami Mihata, but Mihata has been absolutely lit up as they try to bring that one in and just can't do it. It's tough out there for a tight end.
Here's the throw. Jackson will throw. That's complete. And they're going to keep the ball rolling here. 49 seconds to go. No timeouts. Mind you, are they just going to spike it? Here, they will. They'll spike it with 42 seconds left. King Jackson looking to put points on the board. They are at the 13-yard line, so they got something in them, maybe. A bit of a trickery, perhaps. We'll see. We got the bunch formation here lined up for Motor City. Man coverage, it looks like, for Canton. Rolling out is King Jackson. King Jackson facing pressure. Gonna throw to the right end. Is gonna be incomplete. That was almost a touchdown, but good job by the Canton Classics hanging on there. Number 30, Joshua Durr, with the good coverage.
And that's not even the first time that Durr has done that tonight. Durr has been a menace in the passing in the passing protection game. He has made every single time that you've thrown his direction, he's either trying to pick that ball off or he is delivering a teeth-rattling hit.
Here we go now. Bunch again. All the time in the world to throw, and that is deflected. They do have the final down to potentially put points on the board. And if this does not, I mean, even if this touchdown is complete, they still gotta overcome a potential onside kick.
Yeah, you got to get the onside kick, which we did see Lexington, in the matchup from Lexington and DC, DC did actually successfully pull off an onside kick. Oh,
They're gonna settle for 3 here. I mean,
okay.
they are down 10, so they're gonna attempt 7 for their next potential drive. Here's the kick. It's up and it's good. Motor City cutting the lead to 7, but with 30 seconds to go, and then upcoming onside kick. You better start choosing a god and start praying to your god.
In a bizarre way, though, it kind of makes sense because this is a short field situation, right? Canton's got a lot easier job defending the shorter fields. Motor City's best chance to score is on one of these bizarro plays in the scene where they can get some breakaways and just have someone run to the house. But for now, here it is. Oh,
Onside kick is a little faulty here. That's a bit of a penalty as the flag will be thrown short on the onside kick. So they're moving back about a few more yards here. Not giving themselves any favors. All right, final chance for Motor City. A good kick and a good, collection of the ball here. Here's the kick. This is good for distance, but it's recovered by Canton, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the ball game. An incredible showing by both teams, but Canton just comes out on top at the right moment.
Absolutely, and as a unit, they performed exceptionally well. This is one of those situations where Motor City actually looked very good, and I think they can hold their heads high in this defeat. There were some things that you could really like about this one. King Jackson throwing for 261 yards is an incredible stat line, especially when you think about the fact that Scar Patterson only threw for 86. But the difference maker at the end of the day is just how dominant this Canton defense is.
Yeah, this defense limiting Motor City to a grand total of 25 rushing yards. That is the number 3 rushing defense in the league for you, showing up their stuff and proving their dominant defense, as you mentioned. But as the clock winds down, that, folks, is the end of the ball game. Canton wins 24-17. Their winning streak is alive now at 7. They go to 7-1. Motor City fall to 2-6. Their playoff aspirations a little tougher now. What a game! What has been the highlights of the game for you, Alex?
Honestly, if we're not talking about the impressive showing that was the Canton rush defense, because it got a little monotonous, we felt the inevitability of Motor City trying to run and not going anywhere, which that is hats off in its own right. But outside of that, it's Logan Lee that really draws the eye with an unreal 22 carries, 129 yards, averaging almost 6 yards a carry. Somehow he doesn't get a single touchdown because he gets vultured by Bill Cherry for 1 and Scar Patterson for 2 touchdowns on the ground because he couldn't throw a passing touchdown and he threw a pick. What is this attack? What is this offense?
But I mean, a win is a win, and they did it the only way they could. That's probably a better way to say they did it the way only they can, and that is through the ground. That is through dominant run game and dominant defense. That is it from us tonight. I was Mark Lopez. That was Alex West. And hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining us in this incredible game. Have a good weekend, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow for this Monday game. Good night.